What's going on, world? It's your boy Kuya P. This is the NRW. Nerds rule the world. And as you clicked from I know he was on YouTube, he was on the channel. He was like, yo, Cassidy's back on the NRW? Yes, she is. And you see her on the screen. Cassidy Luxe back in, checking in. She's been doing all the things that she said she was going to do the last time she was on. We talked about, directing. She did that. She's got some stuff with Inked Vixens, I believe. Mm-hmm. Got a new representation with Hussy Models. Shout out there. And I think doing work with through Hussy is how you've been doing a lot of Brazzers work. And I know as of this recording, I think because I follow I show love. I follow you on the Twitters, the IG. I think you just shot your first work with them, if I'm not mistaken.
I did, yeah.
Love it. And then she's also the AVN magazine. Yes, it's the AVN magazine. Yes. Featured model for the month with Zeus, who you also collaborated with on a music video for Death in Saturn. Shout out to Cassidy. I'm gonna shoot off air real quick. Cassidy's in the building. How are you, Cassidy? How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. It's a pleasure to see you.
You as well.
I know you've had a long day. You've been putting in that work. You just shot some Brazzers stuff. So what's been going on with you? We'll go back over some of the stuff that you've recently released, but just how's life? How's life? How's Cassidy doing? How do you come off of a day of shooting? What does an amazing star like you? What's the first things you do other than checking in with me, because I know we had a thing set up, but get home, I gotta hit the throne. Check my messages real quick. What do you do after a long day?
I get home and I gotta update Kuya on how the day went. No, but usually after a shoot, I'll come home and I have a good meal because I probably most days, shoot days are so long and we've got snacks and drinks and stuff, but a good solid meal, that's just that's what you want when you get home. Yeah. But yeah,
Crafty can only do so much. Crafty,
right?
Yeah. Maybe a glass of wine when you get home. Or do you, what do you drink?
Not always. I try not to keep stuff in my house, but sometimes a good glass of champagne is nice. But honestly, I just try to get a lot of water in me. I'm a huge I like to put Propel packets in my water, so
nice.
I whip up a nice little Propel cocktail. But yeah, usually check the messages, catch up on social media, watch one of my shows. I've been watching a few, but I'm all caught up, so I don't think I have much to watch tonight. But yeah,
maybe you can get some rest because it's been a long day.
Yeah, probably get some good rest tonight. So yeah, I usually just come home, eat a good meal, relax. Just hop on the phone, scroll a little. Yeah.
I love it. Well, it's awesome to see you back. And props to you and all the love to you. We chatted last time about getting behind the camera, and you recently did some of that with Inked and Vixens. Tell me how that transition was a little bit. Some of the people I saw I know and I've had on before. What has that whole experience been like in getting behind the camera, working that all out?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I've actually directed quite a bit since we last talked for Inked Vixens. And it's great. I love the creative control that directing brings. I get to basically tell them you need to do this because this looks good, or you're not doing that right, or whatever, just setting it up for a good scene. But yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit and I really enjoy it a lot.
I love that. Has that influenced what you now do when you perform?
Kind of. I've always really had an eye for an eye behind the camera. So yeah, it definitely helps you be a lot more mindful of what something might look like. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I can just, being back in front of it, I know for myself, I get more cognizant of what I'm doing, and also when I do another take, actually, just don't do what you just did. You got to switch it up a little bit, and we get complacent sometimes as performers. So it creates a whole nother side of awareness, and I love how that evolves us as performers and as creatives. So got to be a lot of fun. So working on Inked Vixens, you did that, but then you also, as we said a second earlier, featured on AVN Magazine with Zeus. who did some of that work, and you also did the music video, I think, with him as well. Has he been like a muse? Have you been his muse, if you will, in different ways?
Maybe I'll have to ask him. But yeah, he had approached me, I think like back in March, I want to say, about the music video opportunity. And we shot that maybe like a month later, like April, I think. And basically he approached me because he thought that I had fit well with the whole concept of the video. And he was completely right. It was amazing. Definitely had like some horror vibes too, that I was like tied into like an electric chair. And we so it was awesome. It was for the song Chimsy by Death and Saturn. And yeah, it was an amazing first opportunity being in a music video. I totally enjoyed that. I'd love to do more of that for sure.
Well, I think you will, because I checked it out. It looks super dope.
Oh,
and
yeah?
it kind of made me think, because I do a lot of independent horror films as well. I'm like, man,
Okay.
we got to get Cassidy on some of these joints. I think that's going to be, great for you, if you want to do, other
Yeah.
work.
I felt like I was on set for like American Horror Story. It was cool. Like, and that's a favorite show of mine. So it was really cool.
That's super dope. And then you did the photo shoot for AVN Magazine. What has that been like in the, being the featured, gal for this month?
Yeah, so I was on the Fresh Faces page. I'm like trying not to get tongue-tied when I say that. Kind of hard. But yeah, they featured me under Fresh Faces, which was great. They put in like a few pictures and then like a full interview, which was really awesome. So there's a nice little 2-page article of me in the August issue for AVN Magazine. And it was just incredible. Like, I think I almost cried a little when my publicist was like, hey, like, you got this offer. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, let's do it. But it was just like a really cool moment to know that, like, that's going to be there forever. So to be a part of forever is super cool. And I'm completely honored and over the moon about it.
I love it. And people learning more about your story. From pastry chef into corporate world into this.
Really cool. So there's a lot of fun details about me in that interview.
That's going to be amazing. And I just can't wait for the rest of the people and just see how much, energy, how positive vibes you are. Girl, your rocket is going off. Pretty soon you ain't going to want to talk to me. So I'm thankful for this time. I love it. Well, I'm so happy for you. When we spoke last time, we talked a little bit about your love affair with Disney and all of that. And so one of the last bit of questions, I was just curious because I know you're a Disney head. We had a Little Mermaid film. We just had a Haunted Mansion film. There's some new rides going on. I'm just curious from a Disney head, what do you think is just some of the new content we've been getting lately and announced recently as well?
So Little Mermaid, I went in that with low expectations, to be honest. And it was the same feeling that I got with Aladdin. I went in that with really low expectations because the previews and stuff, I was like, oh, this just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. Like, what's Disney doing? Blew me out of the water. No pun intended. Little Mermaid was so good. Like, yeah. I'm so happy with how they did it. They just 110%. It's so good.
Now, I like the songs they gave Eric,
Oh, you know what?
We didn't actually have that. I don't know about you, but I kind of
done it out.
You didn't like Eric's songs?
No, not really. I was like, okay, cool. He has this moment, but like he didn't really need it. So.
That is true. But it was something different. It was just something new and different.
It was. And it was a whole lot of different for that movie. But yeah, I was like, I could do without the Eric part.
Okay. When he just came out, it was kind of very hokey, but it was just different. Okay.
It was. Yeah, I just kind of felt like it was like filler, like not necessary. I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, there was definitely like a few little things where I was like sitting to my friend, I'm like, was this in the last movie? I'm like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm just making sure I'm remembering the storyline correctly here. Yeah. But really, really happy with how Little Mermaid turned out for sure. Now, I haven't gone to see Haunted Mansion yet. I had plans to see it the opening night, but I just got a little too busy. So I got to revisit that. Okay. I love the original. Love it. Love the ride. So the previews for this Haunted Mansion look really good. So I got high hopes for this.
Okay. Did you see the Eddie Murphy joint?
Yes, that one I love.
Really? Well, I never saw it. I never saw it, so I'm not going to say it's bad, but I just remember it being kind of panned. So
yeah, I really do like the Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, my friend who actually I went saw it with, one of the other people on my channel, we reviewed it together, the new one together, but she loves the Eddie Murphy one as well. So I need to give it a chance. I need to give it a chance.
Yeah. So my best friend, who's also like a huge Disney buff, he actually was like, I don't think the Eddie Murphy ones are like all that good. And I'm like, actually, I think it's great. So, but yeah, so I have to go and see that still. I'm behind, but that's how life goes sometimes. So I'll be revisiting. I'm actually going to send out a text tonight and say like, all right, when are we going? So, but yeah. And then let's see, you said new rides. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, so Tron opened up literally 2 days after I was in Disney last. So I did try to get in the preview queue for that to get on like as one of the first riders. It didn't work out. So I still have to do that, but we're gonna wait till after summer's too hot, too many kids right now.
Yeah, like I've been getting I got a connect with Disney and all of that. I'm gonna have to set you up since you are local there. I'm gonna have to I'll work my magic. Since I can't utilize it, I could probably impart it to people that I know that are right there. So I have to holler at you on the side to set that up because
I would be curious to know what this is.
yeah. I got you. I got you.
I have is being a Florida resident, so I get a little discount, but it's still expensive, but worth it.
Yeah. Well, it would be like you just tell us your experience, and then you tell me, and then I could relate it to them. We'll talk on the side, y'all. Okay. Cassidy, it's a pleasure chatting with you. I know you just came home from everything, but I wanted to do a quick check-in. Shout out to our homie Erica, who gives us all this love to make things happen. But I can't wait to see what are you gonna do next? Because like you already fulfilled what we talked about last time. Let's go ahead and put some energy into the air. What is Cassidy gonna talk about the next time we're here? What are we doing?
Yesterday, I got to cross off Brazzers, which was great. So that was definitely something I had put out there for this year, and it happened. So I'm so happy. So would love to shoot some more for Brazzers. Okay. I actually believe I am probably moving in like the next 3-4 weeks. So going
staying in Florida though?
No, I'm going to Vegas.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm actually about to submit an application for a place as soon as I'm done here. So as long as that goes through, the move should happen like 3 to 4 weeks. So with that being said, and obviously being on the West Coast, there's even more work. So just shooting a whole lot more. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to see you all over the place.
Hopefully, right?
Oh, definitely. The vibes, the energy, we put that into the air.
Okay. You'll be seeing me all over the place.
We're going to make that happen. And shoot, I got peeps in Vegas. So we got some connects. And I'll see what I can do with down there in Florida. But Cassidy, you're such a delight. And I appreciate these conversations with you. Let's manifest this. Make this happen. Next go round. We'll be talking. You'll be in Vegas and we're just gonna make things happen. But it's always a pleasure. And I love to see good people have good things happen to them. And you're dope. So appreciate you, everybody. Cassidy Luxe, y'all. It's Cassidy Luxe. I think is like her links, but it's gonna be all in the description. Follow the homie. She's dope. She's killing it. Truly a pleasure. Congrats to you, Cassidy. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Cassidy Luxe, it's boy Kuya P. This has been Nerds Rule the World. We're going to have Cassidy Buck next go round when she's in Vegas. We out. All right. I appreciate it though, because I know it's been a long day and
No, it's
everything.
okay.
But just want to show some love, homie. Show some love.
Of course. I'm
All right.
happy to be here.
Okay. Everything's off on my end. I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 and bring us in. A
Okay.
1, 2, 3.